What's good, everybody? It's Batman, and today I'm going to be teaching a tutorial video, and I'm going to be actually doing something a little different today. So, I've looked over a lot of YouTube videos, and I've seen a lot of stuff, and a lot of them are like very, like they're good or decent or whatever, they show certain stuff, but they're not very detailed. And one of the most important thing about Texas Chainsaw is to understand the map layouts, where everything leads to, and how it works basically in a simple consensus. So first things first is we're at the gas station map. So first thing I'm going to teach you for the gas station map, there's a generator right here. I'm just going to turn this shit off. Alright, and that's Grandpa, by the way. We'll talk about him in a sec. So with the generator, basically since I turned it off, that's actually not good. They can actually escape now. You don't ever want to do that as a killer, by the way, but I'm not teaching how to play as killer. I'm teaching you how to understand the maps when you're playing as killer and playing as survivor. This generator is a way for one of the survivors to escape. This valve right here, we'll talk about the valves eventually, but we're going to work on that later. There's valves and fuses, but we will talk about that later. We're going to focus on the main exit areas for each map. So for the gas station, one of the main exit areas is that generator. So if you turn that generator off, basically what happens is you're going to come all the way down here, and you see this long road? They have to run all of that in order to escape. But they can't do that unless the generator's on, otherwise they'll get electrocuted. So that's one area that they can exit out of, okay? So that's one. Now we're going to go and show you the second area that they can get out. The next main area that I'm going to be showing you guys is going to be down basically near on the side of the house. So this is another main area. So you see here, this is how they get out. So they need to unlock this. The only way they can unlock it is by unlocking the gate first. And then what they need to do is turn off the car battery, which is hooked right here. So if they unlock that gate and turn this off, they can get out. They can be able to escape. So these are the two main areas. Okay, and that's the most basic thing to understand. On each map, there are two main areas that you can escape from. So you can either call it Area A or Area B. You guys, basically the two main areas that connect. Now I'm basically going to be teaching you guys about the fuse and the valve on the gas station map. Because we're working on the gas station map first. And then we'll discuss the other two maps, which is the slaughterhouse and the house. So basically for the valve, what you have to do is go to different parts of the map and look for these valves as a survivor. If you're a killer, obviously you want to pay attention, because if one of those valves are missing, that means they're more than likely trying to put the valve on the generator and get the fuck out. So that's one valve location. And let's say they pick up that valve. Then what they'll do is go all the way down here, and you see the survivor putting on the valve. They're going to basically try to put this on. So we're actually going to kill this survivor real quick. Why not? Unless I'm not fast enough. Bro, so you see this thing right here? This is what she basically wants to do. She wants to get out. She's more likely going to get out, but basically I'm just going to hit her again. Alright, I just need one more hit and she's dead. And then now she's dead. Get a little animation there. So that's one of the areas that they can be able to escape from, which is that one right there. But that's the valve. And there's more than one valve location. There's actually multiple. Another thing you can also do as well is you can interact with these things. So you could actually like you can be able to like tamper with it and mess it up. This way they're not able to do anything and get out. Things like that. Another thing that you can also do is basically the fuse. So on every map there is, once again, a valve and a fuse. So for the fuses, they're located also in multiple spots that you can locate them as a survivor if you need it. You know, or if you want to watch it as a killer, you would obviously watch it as a killer because you don't want the survivors to escape. So this right here is a fuse location. As you can see, the fuse is not there, meaning they want to escape using the fuse route. But I just wanted to show you one of the fuse locations. Another fuse location is actually upstairs. Valve spot. So if you guys are curious where the valves are, there's one valve in the top floor. You can also get that and put it on the pump. Now this is where you put the fuse at. So if you actually get a fuse and put it in there, that's how you unlock the fuse route. And I'm actually going to show you guys where the fuse location is to escape, whether to watch as the killer or to use as a survivor. But this is where you would put the fuse, and it's just one of the spots. There could be multiple of those, by the way. That's one in the top floor. Now you need to understand like what the fuse is for and the escape route for, because we already showed you what the valve location was. So for the fuse, whenever they do the fuse route and they get that put in, it basically unlocks an escape route in the basement. Every map has a basement. And basically, once that's open with the fuse, now they can be able to access the escape route. Guys, it's Batman. So this is going to be a tutorial on how to play the Slaughterhouse as killer and survivor. But mainly in the comprehension aspect of understanding the map and where everything is. That is the most important thing in this game. It is the first thing you have to master before we worry about anything else. Like, instead of worrying about how to play in the basement or what to do as a killer or survivor crap, whatever, you need to understand the maps you're playing on first. So we're going to basically start here. And the first things first, there's this back building that basically one of the exit doors come from. And basically what an exit door is, guys, there's multiple exit doors in the basement. So as a survivor and as Bubba, you always start in the basement. As any other killer, you're going to start outside and not in the basement. But basically, when it comes to playing as the killer or survivor, and for the Slaughterhouse map, there are multiple exits, and they lead to different parts of the map. So this is one area that you could be at as the main area. Okay, then, so there's going to be two main areas. You have Area A and Area B. I'm going to show you guys Area B. So the first area is, this will be Area B, and the main reason why is because there's two main areas that survivors can use to escape, and two main areas that you want to literally prevent the survivors from going to. And that's basically what it is. So I'm going to show you where those leads to. So if you go through this building on that red door, and by the way, there's only two doors to get into one of the main areas. So for the Slaughterhouse, you have that door, and then you have that door, and they're both locked. As a survivor, you need to unlock the door and then get through here. But right now, I'm just kind of showing you guys the navigation part of the map, and to comprehend that first, and then we'll worry about all like what you're supposed to do, etc. You name it. So we come over here. And as you guys can see, there's two exit doors right here. One on the right, one on the left. Very straightforward, right? So we're going to open this real quick. Going to lock that. And survivors haven't been here, and the reason why I know that is because the door was locked. So if both doors are locked, that means the survivor has not got through there. The only way you know if they've gotten through there is if, like, it was not locked, meaning they, like, lockpicked it and unlocked it. You know, and then they're obviously out here, and you got to look for them, but... Anyway, so there's a generator here that you can turn off as a killer and obviously turn off as a survivor. Killer's instant, survivors takes time. And basically in this main area, they have to open this gate and they also have to turn off this generator. That's what the main thing they have to do. So this is the first main area. Also a little well right here that the survivors can use to escape from getting away the killers. I just kind of want to show you that as well. So now we're gonna leave the main area, which this would be main area B. And this is for the slaughterhouse. Remember that, guys. We will talk about the other two maps next. We're basically gonna come over here, unlock this door. We're gonna close it, we're gonna lock it so this way the game can kind of be as long as possible. So now we came out here. This basically connects to another exit area, which is you having to use the valve. But we'll talk about the valve and the fuse in a moment. But I want to show you guys the main area first, because remember, there's two main areas on every map. We're gonna show you the main area A. So this big building right here is the main area A. So we're gonna unlock this. Just gonna close it real quick. I'm gonna lock it so survivors can't get through. And basically, what you do is come through here. And as you guys can see, this is the door to get out to the main area again. As you can see how it wasn't locked, that's because the survivor literally has unlocked it. So that means they're trying to get out right now. And basically there's a electric car right here, and they have to open this electric car. So this is a survivor. I'm gonna make him run away because I don't want him getting out yet. Yeah, you're gonna have to work for this shit, bitch. So he's coming through here. We just come through here. Alright, we're gonna come back around. He just literally keeps running out. Alright, he went in the well, so now he's running. Okay, so we made him go in the well. But anyways, this is the main area. This is the second main area. We'll call this area Area A. Okay, so remember, Area A, Area B. There's only two main areas that the survivors have to utilize in order to get out. So now that you guys know that. And I'm going to... remember how I said, guys, in Area B there is two doors to get in? Same thing for Area A. There are two main doors to get in. So if you come down here, as you can see, that's the door we came from, right? So we're not going to go there. So if you come over here, this is the second door. This is the second door in order to get to the main area A. And this leads right out to here. We're going to close that. We're going to lock it. Voila. This is where you can collect blood, by the way. If you're ever playing as a killer, you just give it to Grandpa. Anyway, so if you come down here, basically if you look down here, this is a well spot for a survivor. So if you're ever curious, there's one in the middle of the map for a slaughterhouse. And then this building right here, this is where we originally started, guys. So this is basically where you can go to from one of the main exit areas from the basement. So this big ass building right here, this is one of the main exit areas. So if you like come down here, literally right here, this is the exit area. So then if we come back out here, this is where we originally started, near the big house. Now we're back in the middle of the map outside. And then if you come down here, we're going to destroy this so they can't go over that. And then we are basically right back where we originally started, which is in Area B, which connects to the other way they can escape. So that's basically what you're working with, guys. So now what we're going to go over, and this is also another area that they can come out from, to escape from, by the way, just letting you know. So now what we're going to show you guys is basically where the valves are and the fuses are, because on every map there is a fuse escape area and there is a valve escape area. And you need a valve and a fuse in order to access those escape areas. It's a two-step process, if that makes sense. B, we're gonna go in here real quick. Remember, there's only 2 doors to get in, that you could use to get in. Gonna lock it so they can't get in. So basically, if you come over here, there is a fuse location that the survivors can have access to. There's also a little pit right here that they can jump down for safety. That's one of the fuses, as you can see. So there's a fuse in this building. So now we're gonna come back out here. Well, actually, no. We'll close that. We're gonna go through the other door. Alright, so that's locked. So that's one fuse area that you can access. This is another well that the survivors can use. And this is also a valve location over here on the right hand side of the map. And if they get a valve, basically I'll show you where where they have to go to utilize the escape route. But once it's done, this is the escape route they'll try to take with the valve. So there's that as well. If we come over here, this is another fuse spot that they can access. One right in the outside corner. And the last fuse area that they can access. So alright, they've opened through here, by the way, already, because it was unlocked. So the last fuse that they can access is going to be in this building, in the main area. And it's right here. So basically what you're working with, guys, for the fuse, it's in the main area A building, main area B building, and also outside in that little area that you saw in the corner. So now I'm going to show you another valve location. If you come out through here, and as you guys can tell, this is just a big fucking circle. That's really all it is. It's just a circle. Or a square in a way, if you want to say that. But this is another valve location right here, on the side of the corner of this house. And it's really good to know this because this is where the survivors are going to go. So if you're playing as killer, these are the areas you want to check, because you'll have the highest chance of running into those survivors. And once again, you have this big building. You guys see and how it all connects? That's all it is. It's just one simple area. So now, what happens when you have the valve and when you have the fuse? What do you do now? So when you have the fuse and the valve, basically, in order to use the valve, once you have it, there's basically a valve location that you have to put it on and then turn it. They can either be located in the basement, or they could be located in the map above, in the normal map area. For now, I'm going to show you guys the fuse location. So we're going to come in this building, going to get back into the basement. And remember, there's multiple ways to get into the basement, but I'll eventually show you guys all the exit locations for Slaughterhouse, but not now. So let's say you're a survivor and you're ever outside. All you have to do is get to this main back building. And if you get to the main back building, then you can literally just come down. You'll run down here. You'll be running, right? You run for your fucking life because you don't want to play it slow anymore. You just want to go for it. You come down here, take a left, and voila, the fuse door is right there. And that's it. And that's an escape route. Now, if you want to figure out how to get there from the other escape rooms and shit, then yeah, I can show that as well. So, just like you normally did coming from that area, basically picture the best way to explain the basements is like a big fucking circle. So when you're running around, and just going in a big circle, you're gonna find multiple door exits. I'm actually gonna stop the chainsaw. That shit is outrageous. Area, so we're gonna call this main area A. So as you guys can see, it's just like the slaughterhouse map. They have to unlock this, and they have to turn off the car, and it's a two-step process. Same exact thing. This is also a valve location, so if you're trying to use the pressure tank in order to escape as a survivor, that's one location you can go to for it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, if you're already this far, you might as well just leave. But if you want to do the pressure, then that's at least one area you can get it. Now, just like the slaughterhouse, in any main area to escape, there's two doors you can use to get in. There's this door, and there's also another door, which we'll show you by going the opposite way. So on the right, there's a door. On the left, there's a door as well. So right here, same thing. So pretty similar for the most part so far, right? We're going to go to the next main area as well. We're going to lock it. Always important to lock it. Otherwise, it's a freebie for the survivors. And they would just be gone. So we're going to come down here. This is an exit area that the survivors can use, by the way. So just want to let you know. It's like a little basement. It's actually a really good area for them to utilize. They're underrated. And you can just get a straight shot down there. This is a well that they can use as well. Oh, you like that? Sound simmer? Now this is the next main area. This will be main area B. Okay? The final one. So they can come through here and unlock this. Okay. And they can literally come right here. And this is the next door to get to here. So as you can see, same exact thing. Two doors to get in. Same exact thing, guys. Pretty easy, right? And what they have to do is turn this bad boy on. I don't know how the fuck to do this. Over here doing a tutorial video. I don't know how to do this shit. Bro, I'm so ass. Well, I got it back on at least. But they need to basically turn that off in order to escape. So, and that connects all the way down here. And it connects to this area where they would utilize to escape. And they need to unlock that door. This is another door that they can come into, either to hide or to utilize to use a toolbox, as you guys can see. So you want to be aware of all these areas because this is important. Because this is where the survivors are going to be. They're going to be hiding in those areas. They're going to be in there to get tools. They're going to be here to try to escape. It's really, really important that you're always watching the main areas. Okay? Alright? So now, this is where the pressure valve tank is. So if you ever get one of those valves, this is where you want to go. You want to put it on here. Once you put that on, now you can be able to escape with the valve exit. And there's another well that they can utilize to get out. As you can see, this is a room that they can use for a tool. So this is an area that a survivor could potentially be. And there's even a fuse spot here. So this is also a fuse location. And this is also one of the exits that they can utilize. So this is actually a pretty good area. This is actually, I'm going to be honest, this is a pretty underrated exit door area because you could come in here, immediately get a fuse, and like start doing basically the fuse exit if you really wanted to. It's pretty fucking underrated. That guy's dead. Anyways, wanted to show you that. We're going to go find another valve location and another fuse location. He's dead. Bye-bye. This is another building that the survivors can go into. And as you can see, it's also an exit area that they could utilize to get out from the basement. It's another well they can utilize as well. And this is the valve exit that they can use to escape. So if they get the valve from any of the valve spawn locations and put it on that pressure tank that's all the way down there, they just got to run down here and they can get out. So that's the valve gate. This is also a valve spawn location. It's not there because the survivor got it. But that is how they can... this is a valve spawn. So those are the two valve spawns. Now I'm going to show you another fuse spawn location, which will be in the house. This is the area you could put basically one of the fuses in, by the way. But we're gonna go in the house real quick. We're not gonna worry about the survivor because I don't really care if he lives or not. Over here trying to teach you guys. So if you come in this house, this is another fuse location. There's also another valve spot, so that's a third valve spot for you guys, which is in the house. So if you want to go in the house, a little bit ballsy, but you know you can at least find another valve if you need it. There's also another exit room that they can utilize in order to get out from the basement, by the way. Well, she got away. What the fuck? She died. Poor girl. She tried so hard but died and fainted towards the end. The house map. So this map is also very straightforward. So we already spawned outside. That's the main big house. But this is there's gonna be a well in the outside main area, basically. But basically, in simple terms, whether if you're in the house or not in the house, you can come out of from 2 doors. You can come out from 2 windows, by the way. So there is that as well. But this door right here, or you can just break through the fucking window. Either way, those are the only ways they really get out of the house. But we're not gonna focus on the house just yet. So one of the main exit areas that the survivors can utilize, and this is actually a very obvious and very easy way to do it, but very risky for the survivors as well. It's really only good to do like with a partner or if there's just nothing around you. But generally there could be a generator right here. They would kick the generator, then it turns on the gate and they can just run all the way down that road and they're good to go. So that's one area that they can get out. The second area is down here. So the second main area is right here, as you can see. So there's just like everything else, there's a car that they have to turn off and the gate they have to unlock. Now, basically what the survivors do in order to get to this area, I'm going to show you. So what they do to get here is they basically come all the way down here. So there's actually one survivor at the door right there that we can see. But they're going to try to unlock this gate right here. So this gate, they're going to try to unlock. And this is another well spot, so just to keep, noted. They also got to unlock that in order to get here. But they want to get through here to get to that area, basically, if that makes sense. So those are the 2 main exit areas.
Oh,
So remember, just like Slaughterhouse and just like the gas station, there's two main areas. You have main area A, main area B. We already went over main area A, which is what the generator that they have to use. Main area B is where what I just showed you guys. We're gonna come in here now. Close that door. We're going to lock it. We do not want any freebies in this bitch. So now I'm going to show you guys. This is also an escape area that they can utilize from the house. So this is a fuse spot. So this is one fuse spot on the bottom floor that they can utilize. So just keep that in mind. So one of the fuse spots is in the bottom of the house that you can have access to. We got her down because why not? Fuck it. Okay, so they open that door, but that's fine. But anyways, so I showed you guys one place for the fuse. Then there's also a valve in the main big house. One right there. And generally, the best area for the survivors to go in this map as well is from this main exit door right here. They'll take this one. That actually wasn't open, which is funny. But basically, look for a door that looks like this. They'll take this area. They'll come in. I'm also going to lock it back just in case. But they'll go through that. They'll come through here. Then they'll go basically through this crack. And then they'll just go to town with everything. This is also another fuse spot. So there's a second fuse spot that you can have access to. The last fuse spot is also up top. So another area that... Oh, hey. How you doing? Close the fucking door, B. Yeah, run away. Run away, bitch. So this is the actual main area that survivors love to use. So basically just look for the red room and look for these little masks and shit, like these weird bone masks. Oh, hey. How you doing? Hey.
Oh, you poor little thing.
So we're just gonna chase this bitch real quick. And she closed it on me again! Oh, it's so funny. But anyways, you come through here, and what survivors always do is they'll come through this crack right here, and basically it's like free game. It's a really good strategy. You come up these stairs, you go through this crack, they can have access to a fuse, or they could simply go out this door right here and just try to escape that way. But we're gonna get this chick again. We're just gonna give her a really bad day. She's very predictable. She keeps trying to access the most easiest way on this map. And we're just gonna fuck her up. So she's gonna go in the well again. Yep, she's gonna drop in the well, that's fine. But anyways, but that's basically that entire area. So, but now I'm gonna show you guys the last fuse location, which is in the top stairs of the map. So if you come upstairs, there's another fuse spot. And I'll actually, while we're upstairs, there's basically the fuse control box that you need to put the fuse into. If you come into this room, it can either be located right there, or it's going to be in another spot, which we'll show you right now. location as well in the top of the house. This way you guys know. So this is where the other fuse spot is. You just go upstairs and it's right there. Now let's see if the other fuse location's over here. And remember, the spawn locations, they alternate. So it's not always going to be the same every time. But as long as you know where the general area it's at, you're fine. You know, you just got to navigate to it and you can be able to find it. Where is the pressure tank? That's maybe your question. Well, you got to go outside and find it first. So there's a pressure tank right here. So you go over here, put it on, bam, bada, boom, done. There's also a little toolbox here that survivors will utilize. There's a little vault location they can use as well. They can even try to come in here and hide behind this box for safety. There's also an escape area that they can utilize. So as you can see, it's really, really important to know all the escape areas as well, because that's one sneaky way to navigate. If you're able to basically travel in the basement and utilize all the different exit areas, you can be able to go wherever you want without being caught, basically, if that makes sense. And there's also another well spot right there. But the only way they could come out here is either through that one exit, from the exit door, from the ladder, or, once again, from opening the door and getting outside in the backyard. And it's right where the stairs are. So now that you know basically the basic mechanics for that, let's say you get the fuse and you put it in the fuse box. Where do you go now? Well, that's also very simple. You're going to go in the basement. Just like any other map, you will go in the basement. So this is where the fuse exit location is. And if you want to know how to get here after getting it as a survivor or paying attention for it as the killer, what you do, you can either go that way or you can go this way. But we'll go this way first. So you just go left. And you see this exit door right here? Come through here. Make sure not to hit those bones. And you're basically just going downstairs. That's basically where it's at. Simply downstairs. So that is that way in order to get there. Or, let's say you don't want to go that way and you won't need to go the other way. So, you know, you're here, whatever. So you come down here. You would take a right instead. Remember, you could always use the wells as well in order to fucking just get down here immediately and kind of take a shortcut. That's also a very good strategy. So if you ever see a well, you could just take that and you're immediately in the basement and then go for the fuse door. But basically, there's this right here. So if you take this and come down, so basically it's a ladder area. So if you come up, so let's say you did all the fuse shit that you need to do, which is always in the house. Okay. You see how we're like in the patio? It's literally right here. So you just come down here and you can get right to the fuse location. And let's say you don't want to do that and you want to just go like a whole other way. Another thing you can do is just come down here. You come down here, same thing, you know, and then you just run to the fuse area. That's all. Very simple. And one of them escaped and that'll be it. Whenever you're powering up like the fuse stuff and everything, you will always be able to find it. Because it's going to be highlighted for everyone. Mention is if you're also trying to do the valve escape route, the pressure tank can also be in the basement as well. It could either be up top or it could be in the basement. Alright guys, so that's gonna basically be it for the video. So I didn't show you guys the exact location of like the valve like way in the beginning, but I did do an edit as a survivor to show you guys exactly where the valve is, and literally me doing it and then basically going to the gate to run out. So you at least will see it as a survivor. But the best thing I can say for this game, well, for one, it's going to take time, and obviously the more that you play the game, the more easier it's going to get, because then you can level up your perks and all this other bullshit, yada yada, and it should just be easier with that stuff. But most importantly, if you really want to master this game and get really good at it, the best thing I can advise is literally to just play as killer, and don't even play the game. Just play as killer. Make sure to lock the doors at least. Don't just leave them fucking open. But play as killer, run around the map, and just memorize it that way. You know what I mean? So just literally go in a fucking killer lobby, go to the main points, get familiar with them and everything. Try to go to all the exit points, you know, and whatnot. That's what I'm gonna be doing. What's it called? Tomorrow, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna do like one last tutorial video of showing all the exit points to where you can get out from. Because basically the way the exit points works is the exit points won't bring you to the main areas to escape, but they will at least bring you to the middle of the map to where it's like basically fair game, if that makes sense. And that's how the exit areas work. It only brings you in the middle of the map. It doesn't bring you on the outskirts where you can be able to escape and shit. But with that being said, you know, I'll eventually do that very small short tutorial video showing where all the exit gates, exit doors are, and where they connect to and everything. So that can kind of help you guys. And obviously it's going to help me, because the more I do it, the more familiar I will also get with it. And then another thing I'm going to do is, what's it called, do it as a killer as well. And I'll be in the basement, and I'll basically just kind of be down there, kind of showing you guys how it works, to try to get familiarized with it. For one, to help my goddamn brain get familiarized with it, and then two, just to know like what door goes to which place, if that makes sense, you know. This way, it just makes it easier for everyone overall, and obviously for me. So that's going to be some good practice to do for later today. Other than that, the only other thing I can think of is then just going right back to the survivor shit and trying to get Valve and Fuse on every map. You know, we've already got Valve on one of them though, so it's pretty cool. And we technically did the Fuse for the other map as well. I think it's the same map. It was the gas station. We did Fuse in that too, but fucking we just didn't make it. We died, you know, trying to get to the fucking escape area, because I couldn't find any goddamn fucking health. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. It wasn't too long. It was a little bit lengthy, you know, but then again, it was a lot of information to cover and show you guys. And it was mainly me also editing and just doing some time skips basically to the main points of where I really needed to show. So, but as always, guys, I've been out. Peace. Make sure to leave a like as well. Comment your thoughts down below. Subscribe for more content. Subscribe to the channel. You guys know the vibes. Especially if you want more content for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've been out. Peace.